We charge per seat per month, very similar to Salesforce or other SaaS software platform models.
$50 a month?
It varies from our products. We start at $40 per seat per month, and a seat is a person that uses the software, salesperson, manager, marketing person, etc. And it goes up to $75 a seat per month for our enterprise platform. There's a minimum amount of seats, 6 seats on the small business and 12 seats on the enterprise, so they'd have to buy 6. So it comes out to about $250 a month, and on the enterprise it's $1,000 minimum per month.
What about an ad agency that specializes in leads? They could buy the 6 seats and then go after the small properties and do the business for them?
Sure, actually that brings up an interesting point. Some of our clients are actually lead providers that have an ancillary business model. That is, they go to their clients saying, hey, not only could I sell you leads, but I can actually sell you deals. So I have a call center, this is a lead provider, I've got a call center, I'm going to generate the leads and I'm going to call them and work them and I'm just going to sell you a closed deal. And so they would use our software to actually manage their own call center, and we have a number of partners that do that. How we could spend a lot of time from a customer service standpoint? Well, the customer service related to a $240 a month is going to be less than $1,000 a month, but the way that we address that is with templatization. And so on the small business product, it's not as configurable. So there's not as much to teach. It's kind of prepackaged based on best practices that we've learned. And so when we hand it to you, there's some training, but that training is the same as the other person using that product. On our enterprise platform, it's very configurable. And so it's going to be more customized training, it's more costly, it's more time consuming. And so that's one of the ways.
But you make more.
Yeah, that's one of the ways we manage
And what's
that.
the minimum size? You say 12 seats?
On enterprise, it's 12 seats.
$500 a month.
It's $1,000 a month for enterprise.
$1,000 bucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so even some of our smaller clients that have 3, 4, or 5 seats opt to pay $1,000 a month because 1, they want the customization capability of the software, and 2, they want that more hands-on approach. And when you're enterprise, you actually get assigned a dedicated rep. For small business, you get a team of reps, and so you may get one or the other when you call in. So people want that hands-on approach, and they want that continued attention. And so a lot of people end up buying enterprise and spending $1,000 a month. If you think about it, you're spending $35, $40, $50, $60 on a lead. It's not that much money.
If you spread it over the leads you handle in a month, it could come down to $1 a lead or 20 cents.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a significant investment for 43% of the value of your sales force.
No, it really isn't.
Yeah.
It's very good. Well, it sounds great.
It's good stuff. I mean, we have a lot of clients here, and we have a lot of companies here that are prospects, and we're trying to close, and that's why we're here. Yeah, the way I look at brands is 2 kind of sectors. There's the brands like Coca-Cola and McDonald's that when they generate a lead, they're not actually selling a product, they're just creating a relationship. And so we would help them by using our platform just to have communication with, whether it's a conversation or a series of emails, so they could use it that way.
E-newsletter, e-magazine.
Exactly, so you could use it for that kind of function. I don't think that is going to be a huge area for us, frankly. But the other side of the brands that I think is more a fit for us is big brands that do have sales. So companies like DirecTV or Terminex that sell products and that aren't doing necessarily a lot of traditional lead gen like we know in mortgage or insurance. And so those companies will use lead gen to not only create a relationship with their clients and to create bigger brand, but also to actually close deals. And so in that case, our software is going to be very effective for them because really it is about closing a deal with our software. It's a sales software.
How are you guys active and try to bring some of those in, or are you just sell and would you go to Terminex and try to sell them, or you'd wait for someone else to do it and bring them to you?
Well, we would go. We aren't a huge outside sales, enterprise sales organization, so we get some of those guys coming to us, but really one of the strategies that we've taken, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, is that we work with these lead generation companies that create specialized lead gen programs. And so one in particular, and Terminex is a good example, they do a lead gen program and a PPC and a Google program for Terminex. And so they would introduce us to them because they're selling all these leads to Terminex, and if they're not closing them, Terminex is going to stop buying leads from them. And so we can get the introductions that way.
Sure. Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.